the city's 7+ hills. Welcome to Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, a fun matchup in store. It's the Carolina Panthers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Ryan Fitzgerald all set to get this one started. And we're off and running at Paycor Stadium. Here's Charlie Jones with the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. So here come the Bengals, ready for their opening drive. They're led out by the legend over in LSU, the former #1 overall pick in 2020, Joe Burrow.
When Joe Burrow's between the white lines, he's one of the game's best and most entertaining quarterbacks. He just has a cool factor that is the envy of so many. Nothing seems to bother them other than some injuries that unfortunately have ended seasons early. When he's on the field, timing, the anticipation, Kate, the precision with which he plays, he has very few peers.
And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
Let's see, Kate. Establish a run, cash in on the opening drive, and play from in front. That's a dream scenario to any contest, and runs like that, it gets the ball rolling.
Big shot to begin the drive, has him up beyond the 40. First down, and they go right back to it. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a first down.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Burrow on the play action. Finds him over the middle. And they bring him to a halt right at that midfield strike. It's Nick Scorton there on the play.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
3rd down, get to Brown. And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be 4th down.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
So on 4th down, Bengals calling on Ryan Rico for the punt. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. So here come the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first player picked in the 2023 NFL Draft from Alabama. It's Bryce Young.
Watching Bryce Young at Alabama, he just made the game look so easy. One of those rare prospects where everything just feels like it's in slow motion, and he's in total control. Well, fast forward to the NFL, and he took a beating early in his career. Everything must have felt like a blur. But there's no denying the promise he has as a quarterback. That high upside that made him the #1 pick overall.
And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
Kid, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week. During practice, the both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope you have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Give him 8 on that one. And that's good for a Panthers first.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Going to the ground again on first. Crosses midfield, still going. And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
And they're on him right as he gets back to the line. Great recovery after they got gashed on that last play.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, kid, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this: it's over. Over.
On second down, it's Hubbard. They stuck with him and got the same result. He is stopped at the line once again to quickly bring up third down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
On third down, it's Young. Into the hands of Leggett. He runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They pick up 14 yards on that one, and that's going to bring up a Carolina first down.
Panthers first down. A gain of 14. First down.
Well, when your opponent fails to act, Brock, you want to capitalize, right? And they are moving like a team ready to provide us with our first point to this game.
Yeah, pretty lackluster start there, Kate, from their opponents. You got a golden opportunity to immediately take control as they convert to stay on the field.
First and 10, it's Hubbard. And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. It just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. They run again with Hubbard. Running in the red zone. And he's going to take this down to the 11-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
And the Panthers first down. First and 10 at the
I call that a table
line.
setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play action pass to come.
It's Young to throw here on first. And they'll set up the screen. It's Hubbard. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Just a yard left to go on second down. Hand off out of the pistol. Here's Hubbard. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Panthers have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. So a very run-heavy approach to this one thus far. Hard to argue with the results as they start out with a touchdown, Brock.
Yep, even in a passing league, Kate, it's how a lot of teams like to start, right? Everybody loves to think of winning the line of scrimmage. Why? Well, it sets up play action. It makes your protections a little bit easier. Win the line of scrimmage in this league, you have to win the game.
This is Ryan Fitzgerald on to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Panthers will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Bengals nothing.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff.
To kick off for Carolina.
On the return, here's Jones. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Cincinnati headed back out for its second drive now. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10. Burrow gets it out right quick. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. 2nd down coming up.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Burrow from the gun. Catch made by Chase Brown. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. So while they're in the huddle, partner, we've arrived at the end of our first quarter. 7-0 is our score. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They have 3rd and 4 to start out. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Burrow. Has him on the quick hitter. And the pass is stopped before it can get to the first. Great tackle there to bring up 4th down.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the 1st down.
So as they face 4th down, on comes Ryan Rico to kick it. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And this isn't too far beyond midfield. It's going to bounce out, looks like at or on the 40. The Panthers and Chuba Hubbard ready to begin another drive. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them. Right? Turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, they're going to start to murmur, and we might even hear a few boo birds.
And going play action. Young. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for Mitchell Evans on that one. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, he connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
A 2nd down throw for Young. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
He has this down to the 34. They get 27 on the play. And that's good for a Panthers first.
That's good for a Panthers first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Counterplay, Hubbard. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Young working from the gun. Short pass brought in. For a second, we both thought he'd get the first, but he winds up being just shy of a gain of 8, 3rd down.
Hey, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes, just like that.
And he's going to be touchdown as he gets him enough to pick up the 1st down.
It's a gain of 2.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Hubbard trying this up the gut. And he'll gain about 7 on this one as he gets him down into the red zone.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Looking for a pass on 2nd and short. Completed over the middle. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest. It gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. A tight end in motion now. 1st and goal. Covered. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal. And we're going to have to pause here. An injured Bengals still out there and being looked at now. Still lined up at the 6. Here's 2nd and goal. On play action. Here's Young. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. So they'll be left with 3rd and goal. And as that one falls incomplete, Brock, the pressure ticks up just a bit because this has been too good a drive to not pay it off in the end zone.
Yeah, Kate, it's time to find your best matchup.
Yeah.
Unless you're already committed to going for it on 4th, you've got one more shot. Players, not plays. Get it to your best player.
And he's across for the touchdown. And that flag is not going to stop this celebration. They know that's an offsides call.
Offside. Defense.
Now they got to the end zone with that free play partner, so they will, of course, decline the offsides and take those points. This is Fitzgerald trying to tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Panthers double their lead to 14.
Bengals nothing.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Jones. This makes it up to the 25. Out comes the offense for the Bengals. They haven't been able to get that offense going just yet, Brock. The deficit at 14. First call here coming from the shotgun. Here's Brown to start the drive. And it looks like they'll give him about 2 on the opening play of this drive.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Burrow. Set up the screen to Chase. And he has them a first down, which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning. We've set it downs from 37. First down, Burrow to throw. Right back to Chase. Rolling into enemy territory. Now he's past the 25. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals make it a one-score game before halftime. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. In the words of Pete Carroll resonate, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
14. Bengals 7.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Jimmy Horn here on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Panthers and Chuba Hubbard ready to begin another drive. And he sure has proven to be a handful for them, grabbing their attention as a runner, but actually doing a good bit of damage as part of the team's passing game, too. Carolina offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Young. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
They'll try something else from the 27 this time. 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap now to Young. Looking over the middle, and it finds Leggett. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's going to bring up a Carolina 1st down.
Such a terrific job by the receiver. You can't give that route away. You got to run a curl. And the best curl and go, hook and go, out and up guys, Kate, they run that initial route full speed. He did. Got the defense to bite, and the play went right over his head.
And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Now put one of the tight ends in motion. Here's Young again. Checks this one down. Hubbard. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. Give 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st down, Panthers.
1st and 10 now from the 46. Sticking to the air, it's Young. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense and a sigh of relief for the defense. Now you got to adjust a little bit, get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Again, it's Young. Gets it to him on the screen. Good defensive effort here. Drives them back across midfield onto their own side. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Defense looking to convert as they come up to the line. Third down. To the air yet again. Young. Nice work by the back here. Playing safety valve complete. And that nice catch not going to translate into a new set of downs just yet. The stop is made in time to make it 4th and short.
It's 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And that kick a little too well struck. He drives it into the end zone for a touchback. So we have a one-score game here at the break. Now it's time for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott Hansen, take it away.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks for that update, Scotch. Welcome back, everyone, for the third quarter. Got a one-touchdown game here as we get you back down to the field. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Baker with the return. The coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Panthers and Chuba Hubbard ready to begin another drive. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. They send a tight end in motion. This drive will begin with Hubbard. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
30-yard line.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Hubbard again. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Chris Jenkins Jr. there on the tackle.
These are the kind of runs, Kate, that just soften up a defense. Keep working on them. Keep working on them. And eventually you're going to break one of those counters for even bigger yardage.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Young throwing here. That's caught for the first. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Good for a Panthers 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. And man, did he make an impact play.
1st and 10 now from the 46. Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. Caught quick right side. And he's brought down after a short gain.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet. That's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Here's Hubbard on the give. On the move, past the 40. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
A gain of 18 on the play.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
Pass out quickly till he gets. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Young on the play action. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
There was almost no resistance offered against the rush that came off the line, ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Here comes play number 8 of the drive, 3rd and 1. Young's going to sneak it. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 2.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
All set now, 1st and 10. Running with Hubbard out of the gun. And they're going to be set up at the 11 after that play. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
And the Panther 1st down.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to the ground they go. Hubbard. That's a solid block in there. Springs him for 8. It's going to be 2nd down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet. But let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, give to Hubbard. And he's in for the touchdown. The Panthers grow the lead coming out of halftime. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Fitzgerald up and good on the PAT. And the Panthers double their lead to 14.
Bengals 7.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Here comes Williams on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Bengals and Jamar Chase about to take over on offense once again. And what's really been simply stunning, Brock, is how far we've made it into the game, and their passing game, it is still grounded.
Yeah, so as they're sitting here losing right now, what I hear you saying, Kate, is it's time for this offense to take flight?
Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run by Brown. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Counter play, Brown. And he gets it up to the 35, but this is short. 3rd down coming up.
Some really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast, but he was patient, He was explosive, and he got a nice little gain on the ground.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Burrow's going to sneak it, and he'll get them enough for a first down.
It's a gain of a yard.
That may not look like much, but that is a confidence builder for quarterback and offensive line in particular. When you know you can push the pile on 3rd down on a sneak and get a first down, you may have to come back to that in a bigger moment in this one later.
1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Finds him over the middle. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Gets it to his man, Mike Gesicki. And he takes it down to the 33.
A gain of 21 more yards. That's another Bengals first down.
So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Bengals football, and they know what they need to do, trailing here in the 4th. First down now, ball at the 33. From the gun, a give to Brown. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Burrow out of the shotgun. Finds him on the crossing route. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Burrow now on first down. Has him on the quick hitter. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. And he is going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals now within 1 score in the 4th. T. Higgins the touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
McPherson at the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Bengals chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Bengals 14.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Legance with a return here. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Panthers and Chuba Hubbard ready to begin another drive. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to one score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. Panthers look just about ready. 1st and 10. Young working from the gun. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
2nd and 10 now. Young's going to try again. He tucks it and takes off. And Young with a smart move here on the slide as he picks up the 1st down.
A gain of 17 yards. That's good for a Panthers 1st down. 1st and 10.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
It's Young to throw here on 1st. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun here. Completed over the middle. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. A gain of 15 there. And that's good for a Panthers 1st.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st and 10 from the 43. Now Young. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
2nd and 10. Need something positive here. Trying to get outside with Hubbard. The 2nd down run, good for 4. That brings up 3rd down. They get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their 1st. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Back to throw it. Connects on the crosser. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets it down to the 14. Cincinnati uses its 2nd timeout. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game.
It's a gain of 25 yards. 1st down, Carolina.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Hubbard. And they take it across the goal line for a Carolina touchdown. The Panthers go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground.
Let's see, Kate. I think in bowling, you get 3 strikes, that's a turkey. You know, in hockey or soccer, you score 3 goals, that's a hat trick. What we could call this other than simply splendid?
This is Fitzgerald trying to tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Panthers double their lead to 14.
Bengals 14.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff.
Carolina.
On the return, here's Jones. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Here come the Bengals to take over once again. And they just saw that lead stretched out to a two-score margin now. Really makes this a must-score series late.
And Kate, you know I believe this. You can never play this game in a state of desperation, but a state of urgency got to be at sky high right now.
Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10. Burrow from the gun. He's going to keep it this time. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. Incomplete pass on 1st down, so still at the 40. It's 2nd and 10. Man in motion here. Burrow throwing again on 2nd and 10. Finds Chase on the slant. And they're approaching midfield with that gain of 6. He's up to the 46.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. To throw. Short pass brought in. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. 7 yards on that pickup. And the Bengals have a 1st down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Sticking in the air, it's Burrow. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
To throw again, it's Burrow. To the left side, and Gesicki has it. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
3rd down and 2 here. The offense coming to the line for its 7th play of this drive. Now to throw. Underneath it goes. Catch made by the running back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio. This guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. To the air again, it's Burrow. To the right side and reeled in by Chase. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Burrow. This one's caught. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Throwing from the gun. Down he goes. The Panthers got him. And that sack may change the next play call as it sends him backwards ahead of 3rd down. So it's the Panthers who take this one on the road. Well, partner, we spoke earlier about how much of a factor this home crowd was going to be. But even with the added boost from the friendly confines, couldn't will them to the victory.
Yeah, sometimes it just isn't your game. You're never going to win them all, even at home. But what's important now is learning from this defeat, hitting the film room, hitting the weights, making sure this doesn't happen again. Don't let this loss beat you twice.
So for Brock Huard and everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers are winners, as we say so long from Cincinnati.